Hi, so before I start this video and before I start talking, I just want to say thank you for always being so sweet and so supportive and nice and all that stuff. Because every time I post on YouTube and I get comments, they always make my day and they always make me smile, and I always get so excited reading your comments, and I just want to say thank you. I know that the purpose of my Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff is to share my journey and hopefully help somebody, but you guys have helped me a lot, and I don't feel like I say it often, and it's because I don't know, yeah, but I'm so grateful for all of you, and I'm so grateful that I don't know, you're just amazing. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go on with the video because, yeah. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the difference between inpatient and outpatient treatment, but I know that not a lot of people have accessibility to either one of those. So I'm gonna try to make a whole video I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna try to find ways on how you can help yourself if you can't afford either one of those, because recovery is still possible. If you want me to make that video, then let me know. I'll do my research. It's probably gonna take some time, and I'm probably gonna have to ask professionals because I'm nobody. And by the way, everything I share and everything I talk about is purely based on my experience and what I've been through. And yeah, I'm not a professional to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just sharing my experience to kind of give you an idea on what it might be like. Everybody's experience is different, so yeah, I just have to make that clear. When I first started outpatient treatment, I was seeing a dietitian, psychologist, psychiatrist, and I wasn't seeing a medical doctor, but I do think it's best to see someone who takes care of the medical part of your eating disorder in case you have medical issues and stuff, just to rule those things out before you continue treatment. So with the nutritionist, you basically talk about how you've been eating in the past, I don't know how long you've been struggling for. And based on that, they set a meal plan. For me, I was seeing my nutritionist every week, and we were doing weekly weigh-ins. And then every week and with every follow-up, you gradually start increasing your meal plan. The thing that I did wrong was I didn't want my family to be included in my treatment team because I felt like I was being a burden on them. But that was so wrong, and you need someone to be there for you and make sure that you're eating and make sure that you're following the treatment plan and doing all that stuff. Because as much as you want to recover, the eating disorder voice is still there, especially when you first start recovery. So you're gonna have to have someone to hold you accountable, I guess, for all the things that you do. So yeah, that's the dietitian side. Psychologist, be honest since day one. That is the biggest tip I'm gonna say, because I wasn't being fully honest with my treatment team at first. I was too scared that they were gonna think that I basically thought that they were gonna think I'm a bad person because of stuff that happened, and I didn't want that, so I kept it all to myself, and that did not help with the recovery process. So with your therapist, you're gonna have to go back in time and try to figure out when your eating disorder first started, how it started, the purpose, I guess, of it. And it's not easy, and it's gonna take time. So yeah, I'm sorry about all the background noise, by the way. Ugh. I just want to make one video where it's quiet and oh, thank you. Okay. So what was I talking about? Yeah, you have to be honest with your therapist, you have to be honest with your treatment team, because it's going to help you through the process. And if you don't find the right therapist right away, that doesn't mean that you're a lost cause, because that's what I thought. But you're going to find the right fit. So don't worry about that. You're not going to find the perfect treatment team right away. And as for the psychiatrist, same thing. Be honest. Same with the doctor. Talk about anything that you feel, even if you feel like it's not important. Be like, I'm not sure if this is important or not, but like I just wanted to share it because it's been on my mind. That stuff, it might help. So yeah, I think that's it for outpatient treatment. Yeah, but I guess my two top tips, I guess, are to one, be honest with your treatment team, with yourself. Yeah. And two is to have a support system when you go home. Like, you do have your treatment team, and that's an amazing support system. But when you go home, you're gonna need an even bigger support system. It doesn't have to be like parents or brothers or sisters. It can be friends, it can be cousins, it can be anybody that you feel comfortable with. That's it for outpatient treatment, I think. If I forgot anything, then leave them in the comments, because I feel like it would be, like, I would like to hear your part of the story, and you'd help others as well. So yeah, that's it for outpatient treatment. Now, if outpatient treatment did not work out well, and you weren't able to follow the treatment plan, and you weren't able to do all that stuff, then that's where inpatient treatment comes. But try your very best to recover as an outpatient if you do have the chance to do that, because it's a lot easier than having to recover in an inpatient facility, and it's a lot less stressful, and it's just, I feel like it's better to recover as an outpatient rather than be inpatient. Going inpatient or not going inpatient doesn't make your struggles any more or less valid. Just have to point that out, because I know your eating disorder is probably going to make you feel like, oh, if you don't go inpatient, you're not that sick, because I don't know. But here's the thing. I used to think that way, and then I went inpatient, and I still didn't feel like I was sick enough. So yeah, that's the thing. Your eating disorder is lying to you. You're never gonna be able to satisfy it. So yeah. Anyway, if you're gonna go inpatient, first thing they're gonna do is, well, if you're on a medical floor, and I think even if you're at a psych unit, first thing they're gonna do is make sure that you don't have any medical side effects of your eating disorder. So they're gonna try to rule out any heart problems, kidney failure stuff. They're gonna do a bunch of blood tests, and they're also gonna do a bone density scan thing to check if you have like osteoporosis, osteopenia, all that stuff. And yeah, that's the medical part of it. They're basically just gonna have to check that you're physically okay for them to be able to work on the mental part. When you first go inpatient at a psych unit, first thing they're gonna do is, you're not gonna have anything, not your phone, not your stuff. Like, when I first got there, they took the bags from my parents, and they took all the stuff, and I didn't have anything, because they have to check if you have some pills, or like you have laxatives, or something that can harm you in any way. So yeah, they check all your bags. After they check all your stuff, probably have like a dietitian come, talk about what the meal plan is gonna be like, sort things out, and then I have them written down on my phone, because I was 100% sure I'm gonna forget, and I did. So Okay, and after you set the meal plan, you're gonna work on a reward system. Now, this differs between different places and different facilities. Where I was, there was this reward system. So basically, if you were following your treatment plan, you would get some kind of reward, whether it's using your phone, going out for a pass, although you can't walk, so going out for a pass would just be getting out of your room, basically, or like being wheelchaired somewhere. And what else? I don't know, there are a bunch of rewards. You can talk to your treatment team about them and kind of sort things out with them. So yeah, you work on a reward system, and the point of it is to rewire your brain, I guess. So your brain has always thought of food as like a punishment. So now with the reward system thing that they use, they try to link eating to like, oh, if I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna get this, you know? So they try to rewire your brain using that. Not sure if it works for everybody. It definitely did work for me, although most of the time I was very pissed. Like, I would be eating and I'm like, I'm so done with this. I just want my phone, or like, I just want to see my parents. Like, yeah. Anyway, after the reward system, you're gonna have, worst part, you're gonna have daily blind weigh-in. And I used to hate it. They would just, you would have to like wear, you can't even like wear your normal clothes. No, you're gonna have to wear like a hospital gown, and they blind weigh you, and then you have one weekly weigh-in, and you most likely will have it with your therapist, and then you talk about what you're feeling, about the weight, and yeah. So I hate the daily weigh-ins. Like, it's just, it made me feel like everything was just so focused on my body, and if my body was gaining weight and I didn't want that, like, first thing I did when I went inpatient was I talked to my treatment team and I made it very clear that I didn't want I didn't want the recovery process to be very focused on my body. And like, I didn't want that. I wanted to recover, but I wanted to be focused on my mental stuff and me eating and not having those urges. I didn't want it to be based on, oh, you gained weight, you can get discharged now, because that's what happened the first time around, and I miserably failed when I got discharged. So yeah, you can talk about that to your treatment team. They can probably help. So yeah. And again, I think you do this with your therapist, because that's what I did. You work on fear foods, and you work on, the fear foods you talk to your dietitian about. I had to choose only 5 fear foods, so I think that's how it is for everybody. You get to choose only 5 items, and it can't be like carbs or like fats or like, no, it's gonna have to be something like rice or pasta, that kind of stuff, you know? So I had 5 items to choose from, so yeah, that's the fear foods part. But the food rituals, if you have any food rituals, then you're most likely gonna have to not have them anymore. So eventually they're gonna catch up on like you doing certain stuff with your food. And then for me, I had to sit with my psychologist, and she had to watch me eat, and it was the most awkward thing ever. But it was for the best, because like, I was very aware of what I was doing, and then having her watch me, I guess it made me realize, like, oh, why am I doing this? Like, I shouldn't be doing this. This is weird. And then, yeah. So It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, but it's for the best. Here's another thing that I found very hard. You have to eat within a certain time frame, and if you don't, then you're considered that you didn't finish your meal, so you get the protein drink, which never made sense to me, but like, I think it's because you have to like make your digestive system realize that, oh, we're gonna have to eat faster and food has to go in faster and that kind of stuff. So at first I had like 45 minutes to finish my meals, meals plus snack. So whenever I didn't use to finish them, I would have to drink the protein drink, and it would just freak me out because I did eat some of the meal, but like they gave me the protein drink and it was just a mess, and it's very stressful. It's not like I'm not trying to like scare you away from it, but also don't expect it to be easy. Like, don't go in thinking that, oh, I'm gonna sit there for a while and I'm gonna somehow magically recover afterwards and go out and be happy, because that's not the case. When you get discharged, you're gonna have to continue outpatient treatments. And one more thing that I completely forgot about that's very important. If you decide that you don't want to eat for some reason, and you're like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore, they're gonna force feed you. They take away all your privileges, so no phone, no seeing your family, no going out. And if you don't eat even after they do that, they most likely will tube feed you, which is not something fun. That's kind of what it's like. So my tips, if you're going inpatient, again, first of all, be honest with your treatment team since day one, because it can affect how your treatment is gonna go from there on. 2, don't think that when you get discharged, it's gonna be easy and you're gonna go on with life, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be having to move from a place that you I don't know, like, you spend a lot of time inpatient, and then you have to go out in the open and like live life, and you're like, wait, I'm how do I process this? So yeah, you do get to go out on passes. It depends because of COVID now and stuff, but you do get to go out like and go home for like a few hours or like sleep a night there. I never got to do that, but I did get to go home and have lunch and stuff like that. And once you get discharged, you have to continue with outpatient treatment. You can't stay inpatient forever. And inpatient basically puts you in this bubble, and it's like, okay, you're safe here, there aren't any stressors around you, like, just recover. And that's how it was. But then you have to like go on and be alive, and I don't know how to explain it. I hope it made sense. I hope this video helped in any way to just like give you an idea of what it might be like. Again, might. If you guys want to add anything or talk about your personal experience, then please share them in the comments, because that would be amazing and it would help people see how different each experience would be like. Hope that made sense. That's it. I'm gonna end this video. I hope it was helpful in any way. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and always choose recovery. It's scary. Like, both inpatient and outpatient treatment are scary. They're terrifying, they're hard, but you got this. We got this. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking because bye.